Hello, everyone. I lead the applied ML team at Yandex Delivery, and I would like to present how we reduce pickup point search time with large language models and unsupervised learning. My talk is based on our real production work, and before we start, let me tell a few words about myself. My background is in advertising technologies and dynamic pricing. I am also a guest lecturer at the High School of Economics. I think it's pretty enough about me. Let's jump into the topic. Here you can see our today's roadmap. The key message is that, of course, large language models are powerful, but sometimes we still need to use classical machine learning to improve and validate the solution based on large language models. A few words about the delivery context. Our team focuses on express and same-day service models. Yandex Delivery is presented in more than 20 countries, so our system handles about 1 million deliveries per day, and that's why we have a lot of corner cases that we always should keep in mind. For example, different pickup points, different address styles, and etc. What is our key goal? Our key goal is to improve efficiency, and honestly, there are a lot of different ways how we could define it. We will use the simplest way. Efficiency is demand hours divided by supply hours. Demand hours means how much time we have to spend to deliver the order from the pickup point to the drop-off point. And supply hours means how much time a courier actually spent to deliver the order. These values are not equal because courier must not only to transport the order, but also to reach the pickup point, to find it, also to receive the order, and etc. And these time spendings reduce our efficiency metric. Why does efficiency drop? Let's look at this real case. The green route is useful travel time, and the red one is a time we lost due to inaccurate PIN. So the courier just spent a lot of time to find out correct pickup point. If we face with it every day, a lot of times per day, our system feels it and we must fix it. Let's take a look at this distribution. As we can see, most of pickup points are found in a few minutes, 3 or 5 minutes, but this distribution also has a really long tail. So if we reduce this tail, we improve the efficiency. It's our goal. Let me tell a few words about our constraints. Our main constraint is that we should provide solutions that must be fully automatic, no manual operations. We have only hundreds of labeled points, and we could use it for validation, but not for training. The second one is very important too. We must avoid misroutes. Safety is always over recall. And also we must keep in mind there was countries, address styles, as I told before. So our solution basically is to turn constraints to solutions. And before we discuss it, let me say a few words about different types of our customers. The first type is C2C customers, and they're pretty chaotic, honestly. They can put PIN everywhere on the map. But they also can provide us some commands that could be helpful to navigate our couriers. B2B is different. It's much easier, honestly, because it's usually a registered organization on the map. So we have stronger priors. And SMB, basically, it's like C2C. but behaves like B2B. For example, a pickup point is often an organization tool. We focus on B2B, first of all, because of majority volume and stronger priors, but our methods also cover a large fraction of C2C tasks. Basically, our solution has three components. The first one is large language model we use for extraction the organization name from comments and metadata. The second one is statistical processing of historical pins. I will tell about it a bit more later. And the third one is unsupervised analysis of courier tracks. Let's look at the first one, method A. As I told before, many orders come from organizations. So let's try to use a large language model to extract organization name from the comment. We also can use other metadata like brand name for companies and etc. The next step is to try to search point of interest near the customer pin for that name. Point of interest, for example, it could be like office or store on the map. This solution is really simple. It provides good coverage, but needs some validations. Let me show you some examples. The first example is pretty good. Here we have please collect from KFC. We can find it out on maps. There is only one KFC in the same building area, so we can change the pin. But there are also really hard examples. For example, common trap, it's multiple points of interest. On this picture, we can't be sure which flower shop we should navigate because there are two of them. So we do actually nothing. We just keep the client's pin. The other one is landmarks. It's really big problem, honestly, because there are a lot of commands contain landmarks, and LLM may extract it. And we can't use it for navigation because it's not the target organization. And to solve it, to reduce false positives, we have to use a lot of additional heuristics. For example, method A is conservative by design. What does it mean? It means that we change the pin if and only if exactly one point of interest inside the same building polygon. If there are a few of them, we can't do anything, we actually do nothing. Also, we use name normalization, brand matching, and etc. That's help us to reach high precision, but we have pretty lower recall. And to boost recall, we have to use another methods. What about method B? It's statistical processing of historical pins. Actually, we use historical orders and past pins. We group by them by clients, and for each order, we try to apply method A to extract organization name. Also, we cluster nearby pins, and if all extracted organizations are consistent, we can define a canonical pickup point. If we repeat this procedure regularly, we can build the database of canonical pickup points. Let me show you how it looks in real life. Statistical processing of historical pins can help us to improve recall because we can match by radius, not strictly by building. At inference, if there is only one canonical pickup point nearby, we can use it, and otherwise, if there are a few of them, we fall back to method A. The second method, unsupervised analysis of courier tracks, can help us to improve precision, not recall, but precision. The key idea is pretty simple. Courier speed is minimum when they reach the pickup point and wait for the order. So basically, we analyze historical courier tracks with the same orders and cluster stop points near pickup locations. We try to build a coverage area that's basically a circle, and this area must be precise and complete. It means that almost all couriers must visit it. As I told, this method help us to improve precision, but can't help us to improve recall. Let me show you a decision flow for pickup correction because it can be pretty complex. For example, when we receive an order X from client Y, first of all, we're gonna check method C, tracks-based method. If there is a canonical pickup point from this method, we're gonna use it. The second point, that if there is no any canonical pickup point from method C, let's try to use method B. It's history-based method, and if we find something out, let's use it. And otherwise, we don't have any choice. We have to fall back to method A, LLM extraction, and try to extract organization name from comment and metadata. Let me tell you a few words about results. Numbers first. Impact of our solution. We improved efficiency metric by about 2% on average because we reduced average pickup point search time by 9%. Other business metrics remain stable, including support metrics. It's pretty important for us because contact rate and other metrics are really sensitive topic. If we discuss coverage, in C2C, we help in about 30% of orders with non-empty comments. Honestly, it's a pretty good result because not all of them contains any information about pickup points. And in B2B, the coverage is up to 95% for many clients. It's also pretty good results for us. What we learned, basically two things. The first one, that LLMs are powerful, but not sufficient on their own. There are a lot of complex cases, and we have to validate LLM outputs by some classical machine learning algorithms. And the second lesson for us is that there is no the only one good signal. We have to combine them to build good predictors. Finally, the next step. Our next step is to increase recall while keeping precision safe. Thank you very much. Happy to take your questions.
Yeah, thank you very much. My first question would be also, I guess the situation in different cities might be very different. So let's say if you compare Yerevan to Moscow or any other cities where you operate, do you have different models or do you have different parameters for models? So how is your experience? How are they different for your software?
Thank you for your question. It's the same model, but different combination of parameters. For example, as I told, there are 3 different methods, and there is some. Let me come back just to explain better. For example, for some country, method C is really good, so we basically try to use it always. But for some other countries, we concentrate much more on method B. So this graph is really good, this flow is really good for most of our countries, but for some specific countries, we have to tune it a bit.
Okay, thank you. Questions?
Thank you for the talk. I just want to ask a very concrete question. Let's say it's like long building and there are many entrances in that building, and then the delivery needs to go to like one of the entrances of that building. Is it going to be one point for the person who delivers it? Just because, for example, there were most of the deliveries were to that one entrance, and if I have an order in a different entrance, just because you have the historical data of that point matching like this entrance. Do you get my question?
Yeah. If we discuss the orders from one organization, it's going to be the same entrance because it's the most popular, and we can be sure that it's the best solution for
But if
us.
it's a C2C?
Huh?
If it's a C2C order, not an
C2C
order.
order. For C2C order, it would be different entrances because we group by C2C clients, and it depends on their preferences, depends their time, is a day order or during the night order, and etc. So it's include a lot of factors also. It includes
Okay,
a lot
so
of
in
factors.
case of C2C, you group by the client. So
Yeah, we always group by clients. Yes, it's really
okay.
important because otherwise we would use the most popular entrance.
Understood. Thank you.